everyone, how's everyone doing? Oh my god, it's spring here and I'm so excited. It's sunny outside, it's warm. Winter has been horrible, storms here and there, so I'm glad it's finally spring somehow. Well, we're in Canada, never say never. Snow might come in June, but we don't want that. We haven't met before. Thank you so much for stopping by, and for all of you that have been here, I heart you guys. Thank you so very much. So on today's video, I thought I should share with you my experience, my very first experience on negotiating a commercial space. So you remember how I've told you guys I've made my decision to actually pursue my dreams, which is to run my own business full-time. So, and again, taking my garage boutique away from the garage to a physical location, a storefront. And ever since then, I've been trying to scout for places. I'm down to, okay, where do I really want to have this storefront? Is it going to be in my city or somewhere else? And learning from experience or learning from others is that when you're looking for a location, especially to run a boutique, there's a lot of work involved in a boutique. So you want to find somewhere that is actually near home, where at least you can have help if you need help, instantly or quickly. So then it became a point where, okay, where am I going to be looking for this storefront? Obviously, the ideal place would be to look for a location in my city. My city is a very small city, made of maybe 60,000 people. It's just a growing city. It's still, growing. But then we have another city called London in Ontario, where it's a big one. Like it's a big city. Like there's a lot of people there. And it's about 1 hour away from here, depending on where you're going actually. So it became a fact of okay, should I be looking for this storefront in this London area, or should I be looking for a storefront in my city of Woodstock? And you know what, to be honest, it's a difficult decision to make when it comes to where to look for that storefront. So then, we started scouting. I started scouting for places just to get an idea of what, how this thing is going to go. And we started off with London, because it's a big city and that's where the market will probably be. Of course, we don't know. Now, so my experience actually is that, let me just tell something. So it's not like when you see an apartment and then you just, the advert says maybe it's a 3-bedroom with, and it's $2,000 or so. You know how residential advertisements are for rents, right? But with the commercial though, they are setting up their prices based on the square footage. So I saw this place in London, in the London area, London in Ontario, and it was 1,600, if I'm not mistaken, either 1,600 or 1,800 square foot. So with the commercial, they charge you, or they set up their rent based on the square footage. So that rent was I think $18 per square footage. So what does that mean? That means that you have to multiply $18 by the square footage to get the total amount per year, and then you can divide it by 30 to get per month rent. So that was interesting. So this was really a walking, a moving ready. There was nothing to actually renovate. And there's one thing I should tell you about commercial leases and commercial buildings. So you get a commercial space, maybe the person that was inside had customized it in their own way, the way they like, and now you're thinking, oh, this space is good, but the way it's customized, you don't like it, design it the way you want. Guess what? That's your cost. That's called the overhead cost. So that's something that I noticed, that okay, the landlord is not going to do that, you have to do that by yourself. So again, it was just a whole mess. But again, no, I'm learning. Like I said, I'm learning, and hopefully we one day see a place that is convenient for our fancy boutique. So yeah, so I came across this place in London. I went there, I looked at it. It's moving ready, which was good. The floors, paint and everything was just amazing. And now they're charging per square footage. The issue was not the fact that they're charging per square footage. The issue was just the fact that, okay, it's in the downtown area of London, but then there's parking issues. If somebody has to come to the boutique, they have to pay parking. And you don't want your customers coming to shop from you and then they park somewhere and they have to pay. So those are the things that I'm trying to consider, like, okay, if I take this place and my customers come and they don't find, a roadside parking, free roadside parking, they're obliged to pay. And you don't, when you pay parking and you're going for a shop, to shop, you know what it is, you get in there, you're trying on stuff, by the time you notice it's like 1 hour, and then you have to pay parking again. And I'm like, you know what, that's a deterrent to me. Like, no, I don't think I want to take a place like that. But it was actually a very good location with foot traffic, car traffic, downtown area and all. But I'm like, you know what, no, I don't think I want to go for that. And then we kept looking, and then I found another place in my own city. And this was a little bit different because the rent that they advertise is just not per square footage. It was just, okay, this is the amount for the rent, not per square footage, but plus taxes and all, which, I mean, every rent has plus taxes. Now I said, you know what, okay, let me go and look at it. I went there and looked at it, but unfortunately that building was the business that was there before was a medical office. So they've separated the hall like in rooms. You know how a medical office, like you go, there's a reception area and then you have some rooms check. So because now we have to break it and make it a hall so that we can display our stuff like properly. Okay, I keep saying we because it's me and my business, right? I'm my business manager or my business director. Yeah, so that one was supposed to have a an overhead cost. Again, I didn't mind the overhead cost. Reason being, it's in my city. It's just 30 minutes away from my home. It's in the downtown area of my city as well. There's parking, free parking. But let me tell you something. So what happens with commercial leases as well is that when you look for a place and you inquire about a place, people that post, there are like realtors that are representatives of clients. So we got this realtor too who knew that we're looking for a space and then contacted us and said, oh, there's a place here in your city. You want to take a look? And we're like, okay. So he was the one representing us. So he booked an appointment with the landlord, the landlord for the building, to go see the place. So we went there and saw the place. We really liked the place because it's in our city, just close to home, and in the downtown area, there's parking. I mean, roadside parking. It's not like a parking lot. So we got talking, and I'm gonna tell you right now, there's just a lot of back and forth involved. So our realtor now contacted the agent of the landlord to say that, oh, we got some clients here and they're interested in, renting that place for their business. So the first thing they ask you is like, what's the is it model of your business? Is it a sole proprietor or is it an incorporated business? So at that point, my business was registered as a sole proprietor. So meaning the business is me and me, the business. So there's nothing separating us. Whereas with the incorporation, it's like it's a standalone entity on its own. That's going to be another video. I'll make another video on the differences between this sole proprietor and the incorporation and what the disadvantages and advantages are. Okay, so long story short, we got talking, and then the back and forth between our representative, our realtor, and the landlord's realtor, and all the paperwork and everything. So everything was like, we negotiated a lot of stuff. So for you to tell us, you can always try to negotiate and see if the landlord is going to say yes or no. It doesn't hurt to do that. And so we kept going back and forth. There were a lot of things that the landlord accepted, and there's a lot that he said no, the tenant has to bear the responsibility. Okay, so long story short, so we went ahead and we said, you know what, this is it. This is where we would really like to take, because we really like the location. Now, it became part where, okay, because I learned that before you even actually sign the lease, you have to get your lawyer to get involved, because they know the legalities of all these things. They know how to read the fine print. So we went to the point where, okay, we're about now to, they gave us the offer. So there's something called the offer. So first, we as the clients give the landlord our offer. The landlord has to accept our offer before he gives us his lease. All right, so we put our things there, our offer, like how much we're willing to, not how much we're willing to pay, but like the things that would like the landlord to change and things like that. We initial our signatures there. And our agent took it to the landlord. The landlord counter offered and said, oh no, you're gonna take this, you're gonna take that, so there was a lot of back and forth. And then finally we said, okay, this is good, we're gonna go with this. So the last part is now they give you a week to actually talk to your to talk to your lawyer, so that he can review, and then they talk to their own lawyers too. Unfortunately, our lawyer is like far away. He's like 1 hour away from the current city, my current city. He was our lawyer when we were in another city, but so now we had to go meet our lawyer to, you know, read the lease. And you know, for lawyers here, you pay per hour. We had to pay our lawyer, like, I think it was $500 at the most, to review the lease. So he reviewed the lease and discovered a lot of things there that were not favorable on us at all. So he told us, guys, look, if you sign this lease, you're gonna get into trouble. So he told us the first thing you have to do is make sure you incorporate your business. And we were like, why? And he told us the reasons why we should incorporate a business. That reason I'll give you on my next video. So within 24 hours, I went ahead to the government website and incorporated my business. So as we speak, my business name is Bright Star Fancy Boutique Limited. Now, when he read that, and then a couple of things that he wanted the landlord to adjust, we took the lawyer's recommendation back to the lawyer, to the landlord's agent, and the landlord's agent is like, you know what? If you guys are not going with your sole proprietorship like you did before, then the deal is over. Well, okay. If you think you're not going to take our business as an incorporation, then, and the reason for that is because the landlord's reason is that he wants a guarantor, meaning if you are a sole proprietor, like I said, your business is you are your business. So meaning if you are the guarantor, it's not your business, it's both of you. So meaning if there's anything that happens tomorrow and there's a lawsuit or anything, they're coming after you. They're not coming after the business, they're coming after you. So we're like, okay, we don't want to take that risk too. If you don't want to accept our business as an incorporation, then so be it. And that's how the deal just went dead. Lessons learned. So if you're anyone out there ever thinking of, you know, running a business, I would say, honestly, incorporation will be the best way to go, especially if you're going to carry your business to a physical location. Yeah, so that's the experience so far. So I'll be sharing with you my experiences as we go. Yep, it was a lesson learned, and I'm sharing with you so that in case you know someone that's trying to do any business and trying to take it forward to the public, you can tell them, or have them come here and subscribe and follow me. They'll get more. Yeah, so I thought I should come here and share with you what I've been, you know, my experiences so far. The struggle continues. We keep looking until the day, you know, I just believe that if we find one, it will be the one that God said, you know what, sweet man, this is the place for you. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe, okay? Click the button. It's free too. Click the button. Subscribe, share, and then when we come back, we're gonna have a nice time. See you on the next video.